from Pinterest and tweaked them. It wasn't becoming very satisfactory for me. Also, at the same time, we are selling services, and I was really interested in selling commodities, product selling. That is a great way to have hold in the market. So if you're product selling, you are recognized. Designing is what? Designing is A, B, C, D, and you compile and create a space which is cohesive, which is beautiful, which is very practical, which, the clients would love, things like that. How about creating your own masterpieces, creating your own set of that sofa, which is just fit for that space, and I don't want to put it anywhere. So those were the things that were kind of inspiring me. And that's one of the reasons why I thought that, not so much to make a brand of furniture, but because I'm designing, I need to do something exclusive for my clients, was quite a driving point to start the Butterfly.
Yeah, totally bespoke projects.
Correct. Absolutely.
Surely it can be easy sometimes to pick the right materials for both your furniture and home designs. What are your main criteria for picking and matching products when you're working?
See, we look into a lot of things. We look into the lifestyle of a client. We look into how much space there is available. We look into how many kids do they have. What is the mobility space? Do they want a family and a study? Where is the bar going? After understanding a lot of their lifestyle, we've moved further ahead to sort of create a layout which is cohesive, which is very suitable to their lifestyle. Then we further move in terms of working on the furniture. What kind of furniture is going to go with the space? What are the kind of designs that we are looking at? And then furthermore, once the furniture is shortlisted, we start working on mood boards for every space. So you have the layout, you have the furniture, you have the concept ready for one particular room, and you have multiple rooms. So you sit down on your physical mood boards. And that's when you do your collection of your, okay, this is the Italian Circa PU that I want. Okay, this is the veneer that I'm looking at. Okay, what brand are we talking about? Are we talking about Taboo? Are we talking about Greenply as a brand? Okay, no, this color is really going well. So we make a whole scheme for the furniture mood board. Then I start picking up my fabrics. What are the fabrics we're looking at? What are the wallpapers we are looking at? What's happening with the curtains? How are we styling the curtains? What are the rugs? Sometimes you are not able to procure a sample. I can't source a rug, But of course, we call for pictures, we do printouts. And we place all of it, and then we call the clients for a complete mood board presentation where we feel, okay, the layout is out of the way, the design is final, furniture, because we've done the drawings, everything has gone into manufacturing. Now we can sit down and actually plan how the entire, the color scheme, the feel of the place is going to come about. And that happens primarily because of mood boards. It's quite incomplete without it. So that's one thing which I like to master. We do not move ahead without doing mood boards, as a lot of designers do, So yeah, we follow that protocol.
Of course, a totally useful tool and way of working.
Correct. And you know what? There is no scope for making mistakes. How do you make mistakes? You miss the gaps in the middle, you jump the gun, and you realize, oh my God, okay, that got left out. No, you work in a certain format. So you go digital. First, get your PowerPoint presentations correctly. Once you have your PowerPoint presentations, get your material specifications correctly. Once you have that correctly, then you move to physically, getting whatever you've put together in terms of your dimensions, in terms of everything, in terms of your finishes together. So there is no room for making any sort of mistake, because you've got practically by the end of it, for every room, everything laid out. So yeah, that's that.
And the Shruti Study Group offers residential options as well as hospitality services and bespoke options, as we said before. and has been recognized as such a notable name in the designing industry in India and worldwide. What have been some of your highlights of your career so far?
See, in terms of highlights, I think getting recognition is something which is just a very wonderful feeling. And it's not the recognition that I get from an interview on a radio or an article or a blog or a magazine covering me. It's a recognition that I get from individual clients. Today, I'm proud to say that I can call up on, owner of Clark's or Marriott, and, they would have CEO and they would have some great words for me, So it's at the end of the day, the most paying and the most satisfactory part of a job is making your client happy and bringing that smile, and the client telling you that, Shruti, thank you, I absolutely love it. So I think those are the things that I actually, I would say, are the highlights for me. For every client, every satisfied client is what I aim for when we take up every possible project. Of course, there are always challenges. When you deal with humans, there are possibilities of all sorts of challenges coming, yes. And, but yes, at the end of the day, where you can make a meeting happen is something that we always give in our best shot.
Of course. And Ville in Gujarat has got quite a few of Home Society's products used in its interior designing. Given that you are already have an idea of how Home Society works and that we highly value craftsmanship here in Portugal, could you say that handcrafted products are as valued in India as they are in Portugal?
When I came to Portugal, I was amazed. I looked at your factories. I saw so much handwork, intricate work, not being done by machines, which I see in Italy, And there's a lot of demand, I will not deny, of Italian products in India. So every client is different. They have different requirements. But yes, India gives huge amount of weightage to handcrafted products. They are really valued, they are really liked. And I feel that when individually you design and you create and you put that individual effort in creating something, where you have manpower involved, no matter how many machines can put in 100 sofas together, the feel is not the same. Of course, I understand. I mean, Italy is also, known for their stitch, for the cuts and everything. And in India, of course, there's huge amount of demand for Italian products. But India, age-old traditions from generations, people have been doing handcrafted work and, carving furniture. And some of the art actually, sadly, has been lost, but of course, there are generations who are continuing to do so. And a lot of Indians, it is very, very close to the heart. Something which is handcrafted, which is produced, is something which is very, very cherished by us, by a lot of Indian clients. Yes.
Are there any other particular Home Society products you feel could complement your visual style in any way?
I love fabrics. I love how they feel. I love the color schemes. I just, if I think of anything after furniture, I think it would be upholstery, tapestry, bed throws, cushions. Those are the things that really kind of brighten up my day when I go and source for my clients also. So, and I feel when you're doing furniture, why not? I mean, that's something that you need to have your own selection, your own brand of upholstery, even so curtains, so that, you can have an entire plethora of items that you can, call your clients and show them in-house. So that's definitely of my interest.
If you could describe the interior design in India with 3 adjectives, which ones would you choose?
I would call it like the Indian weddings, how it is, the Bollywood, and how India is all colorful and lively and nice. So we call it the big, bold, and the beautiful. And that's how I feel everybody who has the budget, doesn't have the budget, whatever it may be, they want luxury. They want larger than life. They want something beautiful, something not done before. Yeah, could be colors, could be golds, could be, yeah, just that, you know. So making this, doing this, the wow factor. That's a lot of the clients who come, they seek that. So I would just call it the big, bold, and the beautiful.
Okay, a wonderful definition. I love that expression of larger than life that you use
Larger than life,
to
right?
describe your design. Um,
Absolutely.
do you have a favorite trend that has been around the interior design world that you really like?
I feel everybody makes their own trends, which become style statement, and people then start to follow them. Um, Thinking that one thing is a trend and you want to go, repeating it stagnates you. I personally am not a believer of any trend. I like things. If I like something, I probably tweak it or I make my own stuff. So I think creativity, innovation is something which is forever growing. And if it becomes popular, of course, it becomes a trend. But if it continues the same way, it stagnates. So idea is to just keep innovating. So I don't have any specific trends as such that I have in my mind.
Okay. And just to conclude our interview, what is the best advice that you could give to any designer?
Everybody wants to be a designer and they get the qualifications for it, but it is not important. Even if you're qualified, you have a knack for it. So you should know what your calling is. And if you're a designer, think out of the box. I mean, the same thing, what you think, and you pick up, I've seen so many times in India, I go like, oh my God, I really like that wall. There's something so nice about it. And then I go back to Pinterest, I was like, I've seen this wall before. And I'm back on Pinterest and I'm like, yes, I saw this wall on Pinterest. It's been copied, So idea is that to become a designer, to think of yourself as a designer is a very easy thing. To get a qualification is a very easy thing. But to be a real innovator is something that is a matter of the soul. So that comes from the soul. So if your soul, helps you create, help you visualize, help you, become, I wouldn't say the next prodigy, but I mean, we've had prodigies in the past, but even if you're close to that, I mean, it's a great calling for you. If you feel you can innovate, you can design, and you can think out of the box, why not? Yeah, that's a great choice for designers to choose this as a profession.
Okay, so thank you so much, Shruti. After this interview, I can really tell you definitely have the soul of a designer, and this is definitely your calling, because it shows on the passion that that you talk about the trends, about the products, about the whole process. It's not something mechanical, it's something that you do with your whole heart and soul, and it was a very inspiring interview, and I'm sure that everyone watching it will feel the same.
Thank you so much for having me. I am really, really honored. And for future endeavors, we're just waiting for the COVID. We're looking for some expansions. I'm definitely looking to work with COVID House future. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for having me over and just giving me this opportunity of, talking my heart out.
Yes, thank you. It was a pleasure to have you on Design Talks.
Thank you.